Check out what $395,000 gets you in the Kansas City Metro. Hey there and welcome to Fountain City. This is another house tour, this time in Mission, Kansas. If you don't know where Mission is, it's part of Johnson County. It's part of the KC Metro, and this is a really rare house because you have a really beautiful house with on acreage in the middle of the city, and for a really good price too. So I want to take you through this home to see what you could get for $395,000 in Kansas City. So arriving in the front, you see this giant tree, and of course this really sweet swing that hangs from the tree. As we get a little bit closer there, I'm sure you have a lot of really fun days on this swing. We're going to head over to the garage first, and the reason I'm cutting this so much is because there are a ton of people at this house trying to view it at the same time, so wanted to make sure that I protected their privacy as much as I could. Now we're in the backyard behind the garage. We're going to go in the garage a little bit later in the tour, but walking around, kind of looking around in this backyard portion, you can see that this is a huge lot. It's pretty rare to have a lot this size in Johnson County. You even have this little area where you could kind of go and kind of have an exploration place, I guess, for your kids. They could make their own trails through this area. It's really quite unique and cool, and one of the reasons that I wanted to show you this house is because there's not that many houses in Johnson County that have that. You also have this this child's play set here. As we're walking around this side of the house, you can see all of those cars are people who are seeing the house, and the house is under contract now. So we're going to go back to this back patio here and check this place out. We've got a fire pit. It looks like a propane fire pit here. You got a lot of chairs for people to sit. You also have this wonderful place for you to just sit down with your family, enjoy the nice Kansas City, especially during the spring and the fall, the nice Kansas City weather. And then you can have this overview of this backyard. This is what they call a 4 seasons room or a 3 seasons room. We're going to get into that later. And here, as promised, is the inside of the garage. It's a pretty large garage. You could fit 2 cars in here pretty easily, especially if they were smaller cars. I think if you had a big truck, you'd probably be able to fit only just the big truck, but you can see they use it for their lawn supplies. They use it to keep their garbage cans inside. All their lawn tools are all here as well. So there's fantastic storage, and I personally have a detached garage. I love having a detached garage. I just think it makes the property a little bit tidier. And from the detached garage, we're going to go off to this side, which this side at one point was the garage. The garage was in the basement at one point. You can see that this driveway goes down, and what we are always trying to look for here are, you can see the multiple cracks and stuff like that down the driveway here. So as I was showing this to a client, wanted to make sure that they saw all this, but you can kind of see that they converted this former garage into just an exit for their basement, and we're going to see this from the inside. So as we walk up to the front, it's just trying to avoid somebody else here showing the house. As we walk up to the front, you can see that this house is well landscaped. It's a beautiful place. You can see their Amazon packages at the front, and then as we walk in, you can see it's a beautiful house. It's beautifully decorated. It's very tastefully done. You have these built-in shelves here, and then on the other side you have this beautiful living room that kind of flows into the kitchen. You have these wonderful windows that let in a lot of natural light, which everybody loves. I don't know who wouldn't like natural light. And then you have this beautiful kitchen. You have these beautiful marble countertops, really well done backsplash. You have this gas grill here. You can see the tile that was done, the tiling work that was done here is pretty beautiful. And then you have this large farmhouse sink and this cool microwave that's built in. On this side you have this little coffee bar that flows into the laundry room, and this laundry room has plenty of room for storage. You could use it as a mud room if you wanted to come into the house from this side. You can see right out the window there as we kind of peek out this door. This is the back side of that propane fireplace and the children's play center here. So you can come in from this side. You can kind of drop off your shoes, drop off your wet coats. Laundry is really convenient to have here instead of the basement. I wish we had that in our house. And then here you have this kind of walk-in pantry, or not really a walk-in pantry, but this see-through pantry where you have all of their supplies here. right next to the fridge, which I think is a super convenient place to have all of that. So as we walk through here, we're going to go into this this 4 seasons room or 3 seasons room, depending on how you want to use it. It's a really sweet addition to the back of the house. I'd spent a ton of time here. You can see a little mini split is what these are called, and this gives it really great temperature control here on the back of this house. And then going all the way through, you can see plenty of light, obviously, just with the way this is built. You have this TV, you have this really awesome wraparound couch here where you can have a whole bunch of people just relaxing and sitting. I would imagine that this is a really fantastic place to have a lot of parties. Exits out to the backyard if that's where you want, and then you have a TV mounted there too. Of course, this was an addition to the house that the sellers or the previous owners of the house did. So as we walk through here, we're going to go back inside and then head over to the bedrooms and the bathroom on the main level. So you can come through here and you can see they use this probably as a guest bedroom here. It's tastefully done, really beautiful. You can see the crown molding up on the top near the ceiling, this kind of shelf right on top, right above the bed. And then as we exit here, we're going to be able to pop into this first floor bathroom, which is nice because if you have guests, you have a full bathroom on the first floor. This beautiful tiling work here. You have this closet, and then you have a shower, which is always nice that your guests can shower on the main level right next to where they stay. Just popping in here so that you can just take a look here. And then that leads us to the first floor. This is what the sellers use as a baby's room, the children's room, and you can kind of take a look over as we pan over the room here. One of the things I thought was tastefully done with this as well is they have this really neat wallpaper that is easily kind of peelable if you don't like that look. But for now, it's, like I said, really, really beautiful and really well done. So coming through here, what we're going to do first is we're going to head upstairs. Now upstairs is what they used as the master suite. You can see as we go upstairs that they have a window unit AC. And I live in a house that's very similar age. It's, kind of near 100 years old, and sometimes the upstairs central cooling and heating is not the best, and so it's nice to have this kind of window unit to kind of keep the upstairs cool. They have a closet, walk-in closet with a barn door. You can see kind of her side here, and then on the other side, as we take a look, there's plenty of storage for her, and then on the other side is all his stuff, and then you have a window in the closet as well. That's the other side of the closet. And then coming here, they have a little desk area with looks like a king size bed, and the shiplap above the bed there. So really, really nicely done. The only negative is that you can't see it through the video, is that it's warmer up here, and this is very common for houses of this age, that it is warmer upstairs because like I said, sometimes the heating and cooling doesn't necessarily reach all the way up. And so we're gonna go take a peek into their bathroom. They have a really cool kind of shoe closet there, extra storage for, it looks like, his formal wear and his ties, and then looks like a shoe closet for all his and her shoes. And if you come here, you can see obviously toilet, cubby storage. You have a jacuzzi tub, which I have one in my house, and I've never used it before. I think most people don't. I know some people that do, but and then you have a large shower upstairs as well, and then a double sink. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to head downstairs once everybody kind of comes through here. Yeah, you can see that there's just a ton of people here. I'm trying to cut out as many people as possible, but sometimes it's just not feasible to do that because, like I said, there were just a ton of people here. So we're gonna head down to the basement, and we're just gonna take a look down there because they have some really neat things down in the basement as well. So you can see there is their HVAC system with their water heater. And these basements in houses that are close to 100 years old in Kansas City are typically called stone basements. And what they are is just stones and mortar that kind of keep it all together. You can see as promised, the downstairs basement that was once a garage. You can even see the garage door tracks there. The breaker panel. Sometimes when we take a look at that, we can tell the age of the breaker panel. Sometimes it's inconclusive, but it's always good to at least, take a good look at the panel for people who are looking to buy a house. And this is a cool thing. They have a dog wash down here. I'd love to have one of these for my dog. As he gets dirty and runs around in the yard, you can come in here and you can shower him off or shower her off, depending on your dog. And then poking around this side here, I wanted to get a slightly closer look of the fireplace and the HVAC and the water heater. This is typically where the utilities are located in Kansas City. And as I head out of the house here, just wanted to give you an overview of the living area and everything else as I walk outside. I hope you enjoyed this house tour. I really was impressed by this house and the listing. If you're looking to move to Kansas City, then please give me a call. My phone number is 626-226-6611. My email is jaylenn.wong@gmail.com. This house now is currently under contract, but there are going to be others like it. So if you're interested in moving to Kansas City, I hope this was helpful for you.